Advantages and disadvantages of owning a black car. I'm just gonna start with the disadvantages. Those who've been on this channel for a while know that Jeep Patriot is a star on the channel with the air conditioned video, close to 130K viewers. I want to thank you all for those viewers. But let's talk about black cars and what are the disadvantages. So I'm gonna start out by the number one disadvantage. With it warming up outside, I want to say the number one disadvantage of owning a black car like this is that it holds a lot of heat. Out here in Michigan, when it tend to get hot and muggy and stuff like that, and it sits in the sunlight for 8 to 12 hours, it tend to get 30 and 40 degrees more hotter inside than do on the outside. So when you get in, you're pretty much suffocating. You gotta have the windows down when you get in to let all that heat out. And if you got leather seats in a black car, it's even more terrible. A second reason, disadvantage of owning a black car, is that they get really dirty fast. Let me show you what I mean. One thing about black cars, any speck of dirt or dust shows up on it. I don't know if you can see it, but yep, that's dust. This thing was just washed right before starting this video, and it's like the dust is already attracted to the paint. I don't know, something about dirt in black cars, and I guess dust is more attracted to black cars than any other color. Can't really pick it up on camera, but it's already dusty, and it really does no justice just getting a towel and just wiping the dust off, because if you try to do that and your car is already dusty, you're just gonna put swirl marks into your black paint. You're gonna make it worse than what it did. So you'll be better off just taking it through a touchless car wash again, getting all the dust whisked off, stuff like that. It's best not to touch your black car. If you already got a speck of dust all on the paint, don't even try to wipe it off, because you're gonna ruin the paint by putting swirl marks. Now there are some touchless washes you can use and stuff like that people be using over the internet, where they use some spray, wipe it off. You can do that with wax as well, but if you decide to do that with spray wax or touchless wash that they use, and when they spray on, wipe off, you want to be real careful, because you can still put swirl marks in your paint by this being a black car. That brings me to a third disadvantage. Black cars is the number one color that will show any type of swirl marks. You can't really see it in the paint, but the swirl marks that's in this paint, I'm trying to get it in here, probably can see it just a little bit. That's just from wiping it off, using spray on wax, wiping it off, and it kind of makes it seem like that it has swirl marks in the paint. I guess the best way to do with a black car, if you decide to spray wax it, just take your red, come down with it, and just gently be, just take your time with it so that it won't show the swirl marks. I was kind of going side to side because I was rushing. Here's a fourth reason. Black cars are managed of scratches and swirls. Kind of like in the third reason, swirl marks, you wipe it the wrong way, or if you just try to wipe the dust off, you're gonna get swirls marks. So with black cars, you run the risk of someone scratching it in the parking lot just by bumping into it. I mean, they can accidentally bump into it, and it'll show those swirl marks, it'll show those scratches real easy. Especially during the fall seasons where, squirrels like to gather their nuts for hibernation, and they like to crawl on top of your car. That'll scratch up a black car's rail, and they show so easily. Can't really see it, but this camera doesn't really pick it up. But black cars are basically a scratch magnet. Anything you rub up against with your body accidentally, car keys, your pants, your zipper from your coat, it's gonna show up on the paint, and it's gonna ruin your day if you're a car enthusiast. It's one thing about Mother Nature and black cars, they just don't get along. And the color black is the most unforgiving color you can get on any car. Doesn't matter if it's a sports car, a truck, whatever. It's just the principle that the car is black, and it's gonna be more time managing trying to maintain a black car. You know, you gotta wash a black car a little different than any other color car. Just like in the front, any little rock chick or speck will show up on this grill just like that. Also, little stuff like this, obviously somebody got me in the parking lot. They were walking by and accidentally rub up against the car. So now I'm gonna get into the advantages. It's also really rewarding once you wash it up and it's clean, just like that. Now you see a few swirl marks in the paint, but this Jeep Patriot is how many years old? It's a 2011, so what's that? 13-year-old vehicle, black paint, and it still looks good. Owning a black car gives you a sense of pride. Now this is just a Jeep Patriot. I mean, I know it's not a Mercedes or an Audi or a Camaro or Charger, Challenger, Hellcat. Those cars do look great in black. So if you're the owner of one of those cars, show some pride in it. Show some pride, because you know, if you own the black car, I can only feel your pain of how difficult it is to maintain a black car. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more. Let me know if you want me to show you the secrets of how to take care of a black car. See you soon.